Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena and I'm the homeschooling mama to 3 kiddos. Here on the channel we talk about everything from homeschooling to homemaking, all the things in between. Today we're going to be touching on how I organize some of our homeschool stuff. I'm going to start with all about reading. We are working our way through slowly through all about reading level 1. We haven't quite finished this, but I needed a better way to organize it. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm going to do with that and how I was doing the organization before. So before I had everything just kind of on this tray here. As you can see, I started putting some of the activities in this little zipper pouch, but it was getting all over. I wasn't putting everything in here. And then the booklet is kind of coming apart because I would just stick some of our larger pages back in and it was just making a mess. So, and then I have it on a tray, and this is just a metal tray. We didn't have the letter tiles, so I found some available online to print out, and then I stuck them to magnetic. I purchased a magnetic adhesive sheet, and I stuck it on there and then cut them out. On one side is the side that we're working with. That's this side here. These are the letters that we were working with, and then when we do our lesson, these are the ones that we do our lesson with, and then this side is the extra letters. And then I just stacked everything on top of here and put it away. So we already started, like I said. See, stuff's just falling out. So this is just going to be a continuation of getting this organized. I'm just using the activity book and taking apart the activities, getting this organized and ready to roll for our lessons. I brought out a stapler, extra staples, scissors, these clear pocket sheet protectors, and then I have a smaller folder. I don't know if this is going to work, or I may have to upgrade to a larger one, but because we had already started this, I just took out a smaller folder. Like I said, we may need to get another one. The sheets are already perforated for you, so they're pretty easy to tear out, and that's what I'm going to do first. I'm just going to go ahead and tear out all of the pages and get them out of the book. Okay, so I just went through the stack of loose leaf papers that we have in the small cutouts, and I'm just going to keep them in here for now. My son did not do all of the my son did not do all of the activities that were listed, so these were already passed. We are on lesson 21, so I'm going to start there with the organizing of it, and I'm just going to go through and take a look at what needs to be done, if things need to be cut. Then I'm going to cut them out. It looks like this sheet. And the goal is just to have the activities already in place and ready to go. Now, I did contemplate taking in the teacher's manual, this one that you read from, and taking it into like an office supply store and having them cut off the binding so that I could put the actual lesson in the page protector sheet with the activities, but I didn't get around to taking it in, and I think it might be okay just like this with just the activities already lined up and ready to go. But I may change that as we go throughout the year if I find that it is easier for me just to have that binding cut off. But the fact that we're already working through the book and not at the beginning of it kind of makes me just feel like we should just keep going with what we're doing. But if you were starting it and wanted to get it done all at one time, that might be a better option for you. So essentially what I'm doing is just going through, prepping the activities that need to be prepped and putting them in order in these page protector sheets. You could even paper clip these smaller sheets here, but I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep going and hope this works out. And up on top here, it also has the lesson. So here's another sheet that goes with lesson 21. I'll put that behind it. And if you have enough room, you could either keep this for one entire lesson. This is lesson 21, the activities that go with it. Or you can put lesson 21 on this side and then put either a colored sheet to divide and then put the next lesson on the back side of it. If you have enough room in your page protectors, or if you were limited with how many page protector sheets you had, that would be a good way to save some. Because both this and this go with the same lesson and there are small pieces to it, I am going to paper clip the items to it just so for ease. Also, this particular mailbox one, the dash marks are just here. I just went a step extra and cut the sides too because my little man has chubbier hands still, and I know that one slit here was not going to cut it for him. So I went ahead and got that prepped for him as well. I think I'm getting a little excited because I think this is just going to work out so much better for him, having everything cut and ready to go, because I know when he is ready to roll for lesson, he's ready to do it. And sometimes when I have to stop and get the items prepped, he's not here for it. I kind of lose his attention span in that. So I am going to put 2 lessons in one and see if that will work. So this side is lesson 21, and then this side is lesson 22. When you get to pages like this, they're like little mini books for the kids. You want to just cut along the dotted lines, but you want to leave this part intact. So as you're cutting, you'll see that this is a solid line, but it can be easy to just keep cutting in a straight line. But that's going to be the back end of your, or the last page of your booklet. And I don't try to be perfect with my cutting here. I actually find that it's easier for my little man to turn the pages when they're not exactly uniform, the little cuts here. And then you'll put them all together, and these are little staple marks here. There we go. And then as they go through the reading, they're reading the word. Went, bent, so on and so forth. And so then they have their little booklet there. There is a lot of paper trash, so be prepared for that. Okay, it did end up taking me a few days to finish it because I started and stopped. But if you had a full afternoon, you could probably get it done in an afternoon. As you can see, I did go to a bigger folder. I did end up needing one. And what I did was, I didn't separate out the ones that I had already cut and put in here just for time's sake for us. I just left it in there. Same with the other loose leaf papers I had. I just put them all into one page protector here. And then we already did a lesson having it prepped like this, and it was so great. So we ended up just being able to pull the sheet out and get right into the lesson. I did put one lesson on this side and one lesson on this side to kind of save space and page protectors. The other thing that you will need that I didn't mention or would come in handy is paper clips. Some of them I just put in loose like this, but the paper clips for things that have multiple ones will definitely come in handy. I have the rest of it in here. They have several of these little flip books that you go through together, but everything is nice and neat in here. Like I said, or maybe these mini binder clips would come in handy as well. But everything is just in this, and this is just the activities booklet. These are just extra that I have in here. I'll probably take them out and use them for a different folder, but I just have them in here so we wouldn't lose them. But like I said, I just organized the activity booklet. This is empty now. We can go ahead and toss it. I think it just has, yeah, the title page in here. But that is done. Well, like we did do a lesson with today, and I just opened this here. We don't have the map. I think I started using this with my daughter, so we didn't have the map, so I ended up making him one. I just drew out his own board, and he gets to put a little sticker each lesson that we complete. and that's been motivating for him. And then I just use this as our bookmark in here. But another option, like I was saying earlier, is to take this to an office supply store and have them cut the binding off, and then you can put the lesson plan in with your activity sheets as well if you wanted to. If you did that, I would not do one lesson here and one lesson there. I would use one whole sheet for the entire lesson. But that would be easy and simple. And you could even, if you did it that way, take out just a couple for the week and have your weekly in one place. Or if you were traveling and still wanted to do road schooling, you could have that all in one place. But for now, what we're gonna do is leave it bound in here, the lesson plans. This will be our new activity booklet, and I am still using the metal tray that we have with the magnets on there, and then I just kind of set everything on top. This is the reader that we're on now. I just set it all on top, and that way it's portable for me to take from room to room or wherever when it's time for us to do this. And that is it. That's how we're gonna organize our All About Reading. Thank you so much for hanging out and getting this done with us. I hope that it was helpful to you. If it was, would you give it a thumbs up or leave me a comment down below? You don't know, or maybe you just haven't heard lately. May I be the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so, so appreciated. Thank you so much again for hanging out with me and getting this done. I'm excited that one more thing is checked off the list and we're getting prepped for the upcoming school year. Thanks again for watching. I'm sure you can hear my little man behind me. I'm being called. He's cleaning up a game, and then I think we're gonna start a new one. So thanks.
Chess.
We're cleaning up giant chess. Thanks. Okay.